Welcome to Practice Strokes. Today I'm going to teach you a few techniques using floating medium and some teal, and this is a basil green. Most of the colors I'm using are, almost all of them are multi-surface, folk art multi-surface. It's got a sealer in it, and it really works really well on glass, metal, ceramic, all kinds of surfaces. But this one color that I have here is a matte color, just plain folk art matte. And this one's a wild wasabi or a basil green. Either one of them are really beautiful. And so what I want to share with you is a fun way to make a background and then how to put pretty fuchsias on top of it. Okay, so I picked colors that I like, and the first color I'm going to use is the background. So now what's going to happen in this background is I want to take floating medium and I'm just going to use teal in the background here. All right. So I want it dark, and that's not quite as dark as I want. So I could bring a little bit of blue peacock. I'm hoping that this is dark enough. Okay. So okay, but let's use floating medium so we can make it a silhouette in the background. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to come down around like this and have some leaves that go all kinds of different directions with floating medium. All right, so this is a shadow leaf in the background. Now this is blue peacock and teal. All right. Okay. Well, this is called a one-stroke leaf. So you push down and I mean a slider leaf. Hello. You push down and you stand up. So as you're standing up, you're sliding to a point. All right, and this is a 16 flat that we're doing this with. All right, so now I can come in with a little bit of green on the outside edge, and I'm still using medium. All right, so let's come out here. Lots of floating medium right here. And you pull the stem in. More floating medium. All right, so this is kind of like a background, but lots of floating medium, so it's kind of transparent. All right here. All right, so it's just kind of these colors in the background. And what I do lots of times is I put a little bit of a watercolor spray on there. But if I use my mop brush, let me try to dry this and show it to you. Use a blow dryer. Okay, so what you can do is you can take water and let's get some little soft green. This is just water, not floating medium. And we just want a watercolor effect in the background. So we can let it drip. All right, so I can cut some of these outside ones. And this looks good on the watercolor paper. And all right, so we just want that to kind of disappear in the background. Okay, you with me? Okay, so it's just a really pretty out of focus background. You can do it with floating medium, but because we're on paper, this is art paper. And it's like a 180 pound or more. All right. And then it will frame well and be a great surface to paint on. Okay, so that was a mop brush. All right, so when we get through the mop brush, these are natural hairs. You're gonna just squeeze it out and start painting. All right, so what I want to do here is I'm going to do a pretty little fuchsia. All right, let me get a 12. All right, so I'm going to come right in here and I'm going to do my first flower. Okay, I'm going to come in here and get purple and Juneberry, dioxazine purple and Juneberry. All right, so what I want to see is we're going to come right here and I'm going to make a pretty little background skirt here. And it's kind of like a bell. So can you see that? You probably can't see each petal. Look, each petal in there. All right, so let's come over here with the Juneberry. And this one is going to come right here. And I need the background to be darker than the front's going to be. Okay, so you can barely see the pretty light Juneberry color. Let's make a little bit of Juneberry right there, okay? But you need that dark in there because now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here with Juneberry and white. Let's work it in, okay? All right, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to come right here, get some more white, and come all the way in here. All right. And it looks kind of purplish. So let's come in here and just pick up Juneberry and white. All right. So on this one, it's a real pretty Juneberry color. See, that looks a little purple because I did have purple in my brush. Now look at this. I wiggle up and then I wiggle back down. Now see how pretty those layers are? So Juneberry kind of has some purple and pinks in it. All right. Isn't that kind of fun? Now I'm going to wash this off. I can come in here with really light bud in the background here. This is how the fuchsia looks before it blooms. Okay, so it's just got this little head right there, point and come back. All right, so those are little buds. Okay, we're going to come down and back up. That's going to be a little bud. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to pick up the 12 some more with some floating medium. And what we're going to do is we're going to come right here and right here. We're going to grab each one of these pretty little stems. All right. And then we're going to work that color in and look what happens here. We probably need a smaller brush. Let me go ahead and do it with this. You're going to push down and stand up, push down and stand up. Okay, so push. So you're going to come up on those. And when you see this up close, you can see the light plums and pretty colors underneath. Okay, guys. All right, but this is using Juneberry and white. Okay, and right here. All right, now what we're gonna do is take white with some of this basil green, a little bit of teal. Okay, let's get some basil. All right, so I'm gonna come right here. Okay, all right. So I'm going to come across here and see how the white's on the outside edge. I had to make sure I like that color. So look, I'm going to wiggle out and then wiggle back and then pull the stem. All right. And let's get some more little bits of white. Wiggle out and wiggle back. And this is the greenery that's going to be along where the flowers are. Okay. Isn't that kind of pretty? Now you can also put a little bit of this basil on the tip of the flower bud before it opens up. Or you can put a teeny bit of Juneberry on the tip. Okay. Look, I can put a little bit there and a little bit there. Okay, isn't that kind of pretty? Now, what we do need is the little stems coming out. And so you want really thin little stems. And they're going to be white and Juneberry right here. So, okay. Okay, roll it, roll it, roll it. All right, this is a 2 script liner. And we're going to pull these little teeny, okay, stamens out here. All right, let's get some white. So, and these are going to come down this way. All right, so we're going to come out with all those little guys. I got too heavy on that, so you can just kind of make a few in here. And like, because I did that too much, I can come right in here with the purple and I can bring some back. Oops. I could put a little bit of dark back in there. All right. And then all we have to do at this point is put little teeny, you can put white or pink. And I'm going to put all these little stamens hanging out. All right. And there you go. You can also come along here and bring these around. Look at this. This is the stem, but look. All right. And I'm going to sign it and share it. So practice, this is fuchsia. Practice your strokes. Just watch and slow down and try it and go back again, okay? And I just like to come in here with a little bit of this color, this Juneberry with water, okay? And I like to come here, and it can be white too. It doesn't have to. Let's try with white and see what you think. Okay. Isn't that kind of fun? Looks really good on paper, on this art paper, right? All right. So keep coming back on Fridays and learn new little techniques that you can add to your painting and how it happens and what we make it, what accomplishes different techniques. Okay, guys? I can't wait to see you next time. Can't wait to see you. Join my Facebook group, Donna Dewberry's, with an S, official one stroke group. And you answer two little questions like how you found me and what kind of paint that you use. And join us. We're working on 40,000 followers doing one stroke painting with us. And we'd love for you to come and see what beautiful painting the one strokers do. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.